What's going on, family?
Hi.
In today's video, we're gonna discuss the most powerful thing that could literally change your life today. If you want to create lasting change in your life, this is how you do it. If you want a happier life, this is how you do it. If you're depressed, you're upset, you're frustrated, life isn't the way you want it to be, this is why. And this is an important concept to truly take in and understand, because once you understand this, once we learned this and understood it, it changed our life forever. And it'll continue to change our life, because now I know why I'm depressed, or why I'm upset, why I'm frustrated, why I'm unhappy in my marriage, my job, my finances, whatever it may be. This is a formula for success. No, the formula for which is true success, the formula for happiness or depression. This is why you're happy, this is why you're depressed. Either one, this is definitely something that you want to watch. Whether you're depressed, you're the happiest you've ever been, this is how you take your life to another level. When you are upset in one area of your life, this is why. Normally when we're so happy, let's be real. I'm super happy, so is my wife, but there's areas in our life that we're not happy with. Perhaps, our energy, perhaps our bodies. You guys are like, what do you mean? And we're like, no, we're not happy with our bodies. We want to take it to another level. Normally, even if you're the most spiritual and happiest person in the world, you're so connected to God and Jehovah and to the congregation. Maybe you're struggling financially. Maybe you're not happy there. So wherever you feel dis-ease, displeasure in your life, this is why. So the reason why somebody is depressed, let's just get into it. The formula for happiness or success is when your life conditions match your blueprint or your model of the world. So when your life conditions match your blueprint, that is when you're happy. So what that means, life conditions, what is that? What's a blueprint? Basically what it means is it's your model of the world on what you think life should be. So for instance, I'll use my wife as an example. Why would you say you're unhappy with, let's just say, your body? Why are you unhappy?
Why am I unhappy?
Just play with me.
Because I know I can look better.
Mm-hmm.
I tend to compare myself to other women, so
Yep.
I know that I can look that way.
Yep.
I know I haven't been eating the best, or
Right. So basically what she's saying is she's unhappy with her body because in her head, her life conditions, the way life is, what she feels is the reality of her life, of her body, doesn't equal her blueprint of what she thinks life should be. So her body does not match her should. Well, I should look better, right? That's what you said, or that's what you mean, right? No, well, I'm depressed or upset or frustrated or upset with the way I look because my body does not match the way it should.
or the doctors have a BMI here in the US,
Right.
body mass index,
Right.
and it doesn't match with my weight. I
Right.
should be slimmer,
So where it
according
should.
to the BMI.
Right. So
Yeah.
So that's the formula for depression or happiness. If your life conditions match your shoulds of what you think life should be about, or where you think you should be in your life at this current point, then you're happy. So if you say spirituality, I should be connected to God. I should be studying on a regular basis. I should be preaching as best as I can. I should study for every meeting. I should attend every meeting. And if you meet those shoulds and you do that, you preach, you study, you prepare all of your should list or your must, either one of what you think you should be doing as a Christian, if you do all those things, you will feel happy. You will feel connected to God. You will feel that on a scale from 1 to 10, on your personal level of spirituality, it's a 10. Because your life conditions, what you do on a daily basis, your routines, match your blueprint of what you think life should be in that category of your life. Does that make sense? Hopefully this is making sense to you. I'll use another example. If you're depressed about where you are financially, the reason why is because you feel at this stage in your life, you should have more money. You should have paid off your debt. You should have a better paying job. And if you're depressed or upset or frustrated about that or feel some tension or negativity towards that, whichever word fits your situation best, it's because your current life conditions, wherever you are financially, don't match the way you think life should be. Does that make sense? Let's use another example. Perhaps your time. So you feel time with family. If you're upset about the amount of time that you're able to spend in your life, perhaps I don't spend enough time with my family because, and I'm depressed about the lack of time I'm able to spend with my family, and you're depressed about the time you're able to spend with your family is because your life conditions don't match your blueprint. So you think life, at this point in your life, you should be spending time with your family. And because your current life conditions, you're not spending time with your family, don't equal your should list of, oh, I should be doing this, you feel depression or tension. So hopefully this makes sense to you.
I'll do another example. You might be a certain age, and because you're not married and you don't have kids and
Perfect.
you don't have a home at a certain age and you don't have the job you want at a certain age, you're unhappy because your life conditions don't equal what's happening now. So it doesn't match your blueprint, so you're not happy because of that. You're depressed, you're frustrated, whatever it is. I hope that made sense too.
100%.
Yeah.
So there's endless examples, but hopefully you understand it. When your life conditions don't match your blueprint of how you think life should be, or what you think you should be doing, or how much money you should have, or how your body should look, or how your relationship with God should be, or how you think your relationship with your family should be, or how your marriage should be, or your relationship with your kids should be, don't equal your life conditions, you will feel tension, depressed, upset, frustration, or feel negativity towards that, right?
Yeah.
And when your life conditions do match your should list, that's when you feel happy. That's why some people, if you say, are you a happy person? They'll say, in what category? In what area of my life? In my work? Yes. Because your current life conditions match your blueprint of where you think or how much money you think you should be making at this stage in your life. Does that make sense? So how do we fix this, Ryan? Well, there's two ways. The first way is by changing your should list. So maybe it's a time and change of your blueprint. Maybe it's time to update your blueprint, right? Or where you're getting your information. So sometimes people feel your life conditions are based upon what other people have taught you or have influenced you on what you think life should be. So if you're taught your whole life, hey, you should be married at this stage in your life, and your life conditions don't equal that outcome, then you're gonna feel depressed.
Or I think too, if you surround yourself with people that you want that to be your blueprint, but it's not really you. You can't, like you surround yourself with people that are married, are doing everything that you wanted, and then that's what you want to do.
Right.
That's gonna make you feel depressed because you're not doing it.
Right.
That could also contribute to that.
100%. So that's the first way. You have to update your blueprint. So for instance, you have to say, hey, currently your blueprint is, I should, let's use finances. I should, at this stage of my life, I should have a better paying job. I should have more money, and I shouldn't be in debt. Okay, that's what you think. So that's why you feel tension, depressed, or frustration, or whatever. That's why you're not happy with that area of your life, because your life conditions where you are don't equal how you think life should be. So in order for you to fix that, you can either get a better job, you can either make more money and pay off your debt, and then you'll equal your should list. So then you'll feel happy because then your life conditions will match your blueprint of how you think life should be. Hey, I paid off my debt, I have a good paying job, and I have extra money. Hey, I'm doing well. I'm happy with my work area and my finances because my life conditions match my blueprint. So that's the other way. But sometimes people have too difficult of a blueprint. Sometimes people have too difficult of a should list. Some people think life have too difficult of a blueprint that will never be matched. So some people say, oh, I should be making $1 million a year. Well, perhaps that's an unreasonable should list. Some people say, I should have six-pack abs. Perhaps that's an unreasonable should list. Some people say, I should be spending 40 hours a week with my spouse. Perhaps it's an unreasonable should list. I should be pioneering. Perhaps it's an unreasonable should list. So sometimes you have to change your blueprint of what you think life is about, or what you think you should be doing at this point in your life. So now it's time for you to update your blueprint. So instead, when it comes to spirituality, perhaps you say, you know, I will feel that I'm connected to God and that I have a great level of spirituality, a 10, the happiest I've ever felt spiritually, anytime I study, anytime I prepare for a meeting, anytime I go to the meeting, anytime I pray before my meal, anytime I pray before bed, anytime I pray at night, anytime I go preaching, anytime I watch the broadcast, anytime I do personal study, anytime I do family worship. So now you have multiple ways in order for you to feel that happiness. Rather than saying, I have to do all of these things, you will feel a level of spirituality anytime you do any of these things. Even though you want to do them all, sometimes we may not be able to. So if you have 8 rules that set you up for, oh, I can only feel spiritual if I do all of these things, how about you feel spiritual when you do any of these things? So that way, when you have that kind of blueprint, that kind of should list, you'll feel happier. Because hey, my life conditions, I studied for the meeting, and I said I should be studying for the meeting. Great, I did that. I went out preaching, and I should be preaching. Hey, I did that. I should be praying. I prayed. Great, I did that. So your life conditions are matching your blueprint, and then you'll feel happy in that area of your life. I will feel happy in my marriage anytime I spend time with my wife, anytime I'm present, anytime I look at her in the eyes and tell her I love you, anytime we cuddle, anytime we share intimacy, anytime, we show affection, anytime I call her on the phone just to tell her I love you during the day when it's unexpected. Rather than I have to do all these things, say anytime you do any of those things. And then your life conditions will match your blueprint on how you think life should be. So make it easier for you to feel happy and more difficult to feel upset. Because in life, it's so easy to feel depressed or upset than it is to feel happy. So there's 2 ways. You either step up and you get your life conditions to currently match your blueprint of how you think life should be, pay off your bills, get better, get those 6-pack abs, you do the work, you do it, or you can update your blueprint. Obviously, updating your blueprint is a lot easier because so many people have a blueprint that they didn't even decide to write down and create. A lot of it's done based upon conditioning and what other people told you should be doing or where you should be at in your current life. Update your blueprint, get your life conditions to match your blueprint, your model of the world of how you think life should be and what you should be doing, and change your life forever. Well, hopefully, family, you enjoyed this video. If you did, we'll do more videos like it. We'll elaborate a little bit more, make it even more simple, and really do a couple more videos on achieving more happiness in your life, overcoming depression, frustration, and things that can weigh you down so you can live an even more extraordinary life. All right, family, hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, like it. Of course, remember to
subscribe and share.
And comment below if you are committed to changing your life and doing this and updating your blueprint. Right, I'm ready below. All right, family, love you guys.